the Blurr boys just got blurrier. Going to be pretty darn hard to see by the time we're done signing these fast guys. And I will talk about that as soon as I say, please share, comment, subscribe, click the thumbs up, tell your friends. Now, wasn't expecting a commitment today, and this came with no notice, and I just barely happened to check and see it. And had to run an errand before I did the video, but let's get to the video. We have a commitment from Montavin Quisenberry out of Danville, Connecticut, Boyle County High School, alma mater of head coach Neil Brown. And man, if you want to have some fun, go watch his huddle highlights. This guy has done everything short of play. He hasn't played line or linebacker that I saw, but had one good shot at defensive back, and he crunched somebody. Wide receiver, which is where we're recruited him. Running back, Wildcat, threw a couple of touchdown passes. And I mean, kickoff return, punt return, and he makes defenses look silly. Saw him run between two guys so that they ran into each other. I mean, it couldn't have been better timed in a slapstick comedy. It was beautiful. He put a triple move on the defensive back. The guy was 10 yards behind him. It's just, he wiggles, he cuts, a jump cut. He does not go down on the first or second hit. He's, I think it was, 5'10", 175 pounds. But he's got balance, he's got control, he's got determination. This is a good player, and he's going to be exciting. His top three schools were West Virginia, Louisville, and Kentucky. Visited Kentucky this past, not this weekend, last weekend, and picked West Virginia. So we snuck one out of Kentucky, even though the Kentucky schools wanted him. He's listed, depending on which rating service you're looking at, as anywhere from the number 3 to number 10 receiver in Kentucky. Potentially, I think Rivals thought the best of him was about the 33rd best receiver in the country. That's doing pretty good. He also had offers from Michigan, Virginia Tech, and was it Ole Miss? I forget. I've looked at a number of guys lately, but there were schools interested, not just West Virginia, and we're talking good schools. Looking forward to seeing him in the old gold and blue, even going up against the old gold and blue. If we see him in a spring game, I think he may make some of our corners look a little silly, but we're also getting good corners, so some of them make him look silly at times, and that's the way it should work out. So where do we stand? Should be done now for slot receiver, which is where Quisenberry is expected to play. Means we'll have Fox playing there part of the time as well as outside. Gallagher will play mostly slot, maybe outside a little bit. We've got Day Farmer, mostly slot, can go a little bit wide. And now for 2025, we'll have Quisenberry, so we are looking really good at the slot receiver, which may have been a weakness. We have not had a really fast slot receiver. Gallagher will be that. He wasn't last year because he was learning to be a receiver. Fox, he's not slow by any means, and he knows how to get open, but he is more of a possession receiver. Probably still looking for one more guy to play wide. They do have their eyes on somebody, and I think he's announcing next week unless he changes his mind. might pick up one more offensive lineman. There's a guy that they've got an offer out, but Michigan State slipped in late, which is like the third player of ours that they've done that with. They didn't get the other two, but they are kind of expected to get this one. Do have at least one offensive lineman expected to visit this weekend, and then that would do it for the offense. Defense, I think they could pick up one more safety. It's not essential, but I think there's room. Dunn at corner, may pick up one more edge rusher, one more defensive lineman, and we still need commitments from at least 2 linebackers. And linebackers getting kind of tricky because we've got so many good young ones that guys are looking at waiting at least a couple of years before they get much playing time. And some of the best guys don't necessarily want to do that. But we'll get good ones, don't worry about that. So, I don't know where this moves us in terms of the national position for ratings. We were at somewhere between 23 and 25. This has all happened so quickly, a lot of things haven't been checked yet. Anyway, things continue to look good. We should have more announcements coming in maybe Sunday through Tuesday. With this being the last of the June official visit weekends, a lot more players are going to be making their final decisions. So I think this is our 16th commitment. We're probably going to go for at least 22, maybe 24, depending on if it's the right player. And probably will have, I think, at least 20 by late June, early July. Possibly 22, we'll see. And then we get to talk about keeping them. And I will be doing a live video looking at maybe Tuesday evening. Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll kind of see how the announcements go, just to discuss. I won't call it the whole class, but by then it will probably be most of the class. So thanks for watching. I'll see you then. So long.